What is going on? Darth Stix here, and today we are going to look at our week 93 update on our account. We are going to take Kyle Katarn to Relic 5 this week, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. As we're doing that, and other news, I have been kicked from my guild. I had no warning, no reason why. I'm not exactly sure. I requested from a couple of the officers, and no idea. So all I can assume is maybe I wasn't pulling my weight in territory war because I was doing everything in speeder bike, territory battles, I'm doing stuff. I mean, maybe last time I didn't do enough in territory wars. That's all that comes to mind. I was a lower end account in their guild. Obviously, we were like 380 million. So I was on the lower end for their guild, and we were pushing pretty hard. And unfortunately, that means I have lost my rewards for the speeder bike raid this time, so we will not be relicing anything next week because of that. So what we're going to work on is getting some relic levels on some of the characters that we need to get up to 7 for Rey. We're going to work on that. This is the last one that we need for Starkiller, so we're going to go ahead and do that unlock. So hopefully that video is out this week. So we are looking for a new guild. They did it to me on Sunday night, basically, and just dropped me from the guild, removed me from the Discord, everything. So I don't really know. So I'm a little down right now, but we're going to find a new guild. We're going to find, somebody we fit in with. Maybe I'm going to go a little bit lower of a guild, just so there's not as much pressure to do a bunch of stuff. So we are working on that now, finding a new guild. And probably by the time this video is out, before Territory Wars, we will find a new guild there. We're going to grant Ninth Sister here to 7 stars, so we can start working on her a little bit more. We are going to take a pause probably on the Inquisitors a little bit. I want to get a few other teams finished out. I really want to work on Night Sisters. I want to finish off some of my other teams that I've just kind of been holding on to. So I'll probably make a new list, and we'll go through that at some point, maybe next week, when I have a little bit more time to sit there and do that. We are looking at our ships. TIE Silencer can now go to 7 stars, so we're done with that Cantina node. And we are going to switch over to Drogon in Cantina. Because he is good in the speeder bike raid. He's also good on Mon Mothma team. That's one team I really want to build up right now, and so we're going to continue working on that. Get this one to 7 stars. We're going to go ahead and just apply all the abilities and do everything to it. Up till the gold, we won't apply those for right now. I don't think I'm going to need it for the event, but we still got to get Kylo Ren's command shuttle built up. It does look like we were... depending on how the drops go, maybe a month and a half away from starting that finalizer event. So we'll get it to 4 stars, and then it'll be 3.5 months or so from then to where we have it finally finished out, so we can do that. But we're looking pretty good on that one. Not super worried about it at this point. It's going to be a while off, and I think we'll work on some other teams between now and then eventually get SWGOH, so that will be fine. Rey, like I said, Jedi Training Rey will be delayed a week for relics, so that's fine. The new guild, if we join one, we may have to be on a waiting period for 48 hours, and they're probably gonna either that they just launched one or they're about to launch one. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit to get in another crate raid. So hopefully, we'll be able to do all of our stuff with that, and build up a few other teams. I want to get a few other teams built up anyways. I like to get Iden built up for that one. So I think we're going to continue to work on that raid. And I'm pretty happy, though, with the progress that we've made on the account. We're still working on a lot of this stuff, but we are looking pretty good. I feel like we're at a good spot. GAC is going to start up this week, and so we'll see how we do in our new bracket, and how our opponents are looking in that, since we have jumped up quite a bit. Go ahead and upgrade Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca and get him, looks like the duplicate piece. So we'll apply everything, and he'll be ready to go to Gear 12 next week. And then to Relic, he just has to go to Relic 3, so not too bad there. And yes, we could have... oh, actually, that was just looking at there's no duplicates there. Making sure there's no Chirotex is the main thing, because I want to do somebody else. And there's golden eyeballs there, so we're going to go through all those. But yeah, so it looks like golden eyeballs is our holdup. So we will... Oh yeah, we haven't done our challenges today, so maybe we'll get... Nah, not going to get enough to do it. That's okay. So next week, that's what we'll focus on. But we'll apply all these pieces just so we can use everything. We don't use it somewhere else on accident. So him to next week to gear 12, and then the week after that, Jedi Training Rey will go to Relics, and then he can go to Relic. And we gotta get BB-8 to 7, Jedi Training Rey to 7, and we need Scavenger Rey to 7. So we're gonna be farming quite a bit to get all those pieces and everything that we need. Jedi Knight Luke, we can go ahead, and Imperial Troopers. It does look like Iden or Moff Gideon. Just want to see what is Carbontes, Chirotex. Got 150. Oh, I've got 150 both. So, I mean, that's a possibility. We give Iden another level. She's not very high right now. We also have Moff Gideon. There's another good one for the raid. So we could look at him as well. Scout Trooper, we are farming in fleet shards. Like obviously it's not accelerated, but I felt like he'd be good for the raid, and then also for anything else. So we did get Moff Gideon to 12, so that definitely is going to help in the raid. Just kind of looking here and seeing where we're at. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We are going to push for 500 subs, and we're going to announce what we're going to do for that once we get a little closer. I may announce it next week. We'll see. But Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is somebody I do want to work on. Obviously for Jabba, he's got to go to 7, Relic 7. But for right now, we just need to get him up and running. I'd like to get a few of these characters up to gear 12 at least for the raid. And so we'll continue working on that. And here we just need carbonite circuit boards. So we'll go in here and go ahead and do some of this. We did quite a bit of salvage already, so I don't know how much we're really going to get from this. But if it's enough to give like somebody another relic level, that'd be great. And I think we'll get, do we need 30, I think? There we go. We'll get 31 there. That will be perfect. And, or 32, sure. So, BB-8 here can go to Relic 2. So still has to go to 7. I think we'll see what we can do for next week. Still going to be obviously farming Chirotex like crazy. Trying to get that. So we're done with the Starkiller journey. We just need to actually do the battles now. I was looking through most of these Zetas, and I'm not sure any of them are really going to help that much. Like the one that one's not going to help, obviously. Emperor's Hand's not going to help because that's territory war. And then this one, like, yeah, I'm just not sure. Like, we've got 130. We're going to need one, I think, 1 or 2 for Starkiller. So do we really want to spend it right now? I may just try some runs in there and see like what we have success with and what we don't. I didn't buy the bundle for Starkiller. Like, these are just, you know, where they're at from farming and everything. And the reason why $50 was just a lot for me to spend on Relic 5 characters when I had them pretty much, I think at that time when they came out, I had them pretty much farmed. Like I was on my last one. And I just need to work, obviously, on the Relic levels. It would have sped it up, but $50 was just a lot for me to spend on that. Here, Mon Mothma is going to need some Relics, Zetas as well. And, man, that is a wall of text. Like, that's the crazy thing. There's so much text on some of these, and it's just like, I don't know if I want to read all of it. But I think she does need both of her Zetas, really, to be effective. So, yeah, she needs that one for sure, I think. So, I mean, we're going to have some work to do on her. But I want to get her up and running anyways. So, that'll definitely be something. She's needed at Relic 5 for Profundity and for Jedi Master Luke. So, we will work on that. And go ahead and, yeah, at some point we'll do that. And we need to put mods on her as well. That would be helpful. Keep forgetting. There's so many characters right now. We did, I think we did 3 or 4 characters this week. I've been trying to do a few a week, just so it's not too overwhelming, that we're kind of working on their mods. Rebel Fighters definitely need some work. Cara Dune, Wedge, Lando, Kyle Katarn. But I think we're going to do Pow. We've got him farmed up, just for where Cantina. I think Cantina store is where he comes from. Cantina, whatever, energy or whatever, not energy, whatever it is that you get from doing those nodes. So we farmed him up over time. So we'll kind of just work on him a little bit and get him up and running. And I think I'm going to put Drogon with this team as well. So that's why we're farming him. He's in Cantina. So it should be a pretty fast farm that we're able to just get him up and running pretty quick. At least. And then it'll be a lot of Cairo text to get him up and running. And since we are... So looking at it right now, we are farming 2 characters for Leia. And technically we're farming a 3rd in Bush Leia, because she's needed for Jabba and for that. So, are we farming for Leia at this point, is my question. And maybe the answer is yes. And so maybe we need to add Captain Rex and Nisa to our farming plan and just go for Leia. And how long is that going to take? We have about, I think most of them need 100 shards or so. So at 1, they're not accelerated. So we're looking at several months still before we'd be done with those character shards. But a lot of the characters would be, at a good spot where we just need to give them either higher relic levels like Lando and Rolo and Captain Han all need to go from Relic 3 to Relic 5, so that's not a big deal. We can do that pretty quickly. So is it worth it for the Cairo techs that we're going to have to put on the new characters? That's the question that I need to go through. We'll look a little bit more closer at our account and kind of see where we want to go. I've been pushing pretty hard on the indoor speeder bike raid. We've got 5 million. It's been our total damage. For the last one that we did, we got to 5 million. Before that we did 4.7-ish. We were right under the next box. So this last time we did 5 million. So we've improved our score every time. And I feel like we can keep pushing that if we push a few of these characters up. Even just getting them to gear 12. We were getting a lot more. Now, some of that is due to the C-3PO cheese. Obviously, they're probably likely to patch that at some point or do something with it. I don't think it's... because technically, he's considered a pacifist in all of the other raids because he doesn't actually attack. This one he does, so I can definitely see their reasoning. And it does make it a lot easier. You're putting one tune on everybody. And so there were 7 teams last time. 7 of my 8 teams had C-3PO on them. and it definitely increased my score. There's no doubt about that. So is that, I don't see the problem with it, but I see their reasoning behind it, and it makes us also have to farm up other characters. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's what CG wants us to do, is farm up more characters. So I think it is probably likely that it's going to change. So how can we be prepared for that? It's something I'll do in a later video, is kind of go over some of the tunes I've had success with, even at lower gear levels, and see, you know, what we can build out that actually makes the raid a lot easier. And so, yeah, they're, as you can see, discussing with other, I put it on a couple of places, and already getting people responding back to me with, you know, what they, you know, different guilds reaching out and stuff like that. So I think we'll find a guild soon, hopefully. Yeah, we're working on it. But on that note, if you guys are guild recruiters, like, I guess, like, make sure when you're recruiting, like, you're telling the truth about your guild, what's expected, everything like that. Make sure your guild is communicating well, is all I can say. Because, like, if the person that you get, you know, you can see kind of, you know, what they've done in their account, but once they get in, like, it could be totally different than that. Who knows? And so, but just definitely communicate. And I would say also, like, know that I had several guilds, and know, like, they shot their shot, like, but they were a lot smaller guilds. Like, we're talking, their entry was like minimum, like 2 million GP. Well, I'm at 5.8 now or something. So, like, they're asking, hey, would you join our guild? And I was looking at them like, you guys are, you know, not hitting the boxes I really need to continue to advance my account. And you don't have, there were some players obviously in their guilds that were higher than me, but most of them were around that 2-3 million GP mark. And they were asking, hey, shoot your shot, but just know, like, and everybody that reached out to me, as far as like that last person, super nice, like, hey, no problem, thanks. Like, hey, I'll look at your guild, but just know, like, it probably realistically, unless I was like, hey, I'm looking for a super casual guild just to carry or whatever, you know, like, I don't want all the pressure, which is kind of what I'm doing now at this point. I did put, like, semi-competitive, like, I want people that are participating in territory wars, doing everything, because for the most part, I am free to play on this account. So we definitely have, you know, I want people that are going to participate, be a guild, you know, do all the things, but I need to make sure I'm getting the rewards from that as well. So last guild, we were doing 29 stars and Rise of the Empire. I don't expect that out of a new guild that I'm going to, if I'm going to go down in GP. So, and honestly, I probably wasn't contributing enough in most of those play modes. You know, I have 7-star Executor, so in ROTE, there's a lot of nodes that I can hit. You know, and the fleet nodes, the middle fleet nodes are great for Executor. So, and then, you know, the right side, I can do the tier 1 I can do with Negotiator, but, and then the left side, I don't think I can do. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything on the left side. Just don't have a dark side team built up. And the second, whatever planet that is, the second planet on the left on the dark side node, you can't even do. So, but anyways, yeah, so enough about that. But yeah, this is where our account is for week 93. 5.84 million GP is where we're going to end up for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. It was a little bit longer, ranted a little bit about guilds. Hopefully it's helpful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You know, what your experience with guilds is, what you guys think, looking at a few different factions here. Just going to continue working, continue pushing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the update. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.